Blood Running is an extraction shooter set in the dystopian wasteland, but there's only one problem. The game doesn't have any guns yet. Today, I'll walk you through how I added fully modular guns, a modding workbench, and show you my top 3 favorite weapons that I added. Weapon modding is crucial for a great extraction shooter. To pull this off, the weapons in my game need to be created from different attachments. I started brainstorming some ideas inspired by this asset pack I found on itch. I used the player model as a reference for scale, as I want the guns to be pretty close to real-life dimensions. The first class of weapons I added were scrap guns, inspired by the Fallout 4 pipe guns. These weapons will be pretty weak and serve as the player's starting arsenal. Now that I had the weapon ideas, it was time to pick them apart into different modules. Each gun will have different attachment capabilities. For example, this rifle can have a stock, grip, magazine, muzzle, and sight. But this shotgun isn't compatible with any attachments. With this system, I can have certain guns like shotguns and pistols without having to worry about attachment compatibility. Now it's time to design the inventory art. The player weapons are super small and not very distinct in the inventory, so I decided to redraw them along with all the attachments with separate inventory art. Once that was done, I dynamically pieced them together in GameMaker using offsets from the inventory's sprite origin, and finally drawing the full weapon in the inventory. If I want different guns to be compatible with the same attachments, all I have to do is set the offsets for each gun. Here I have 2 rifles that can use some of the same attachments. I also use this same system to piece together parts for the player's in-game gun model. I need to make sure the player can collect mods for their guns. Since each attachment can be added to the inventory, I made another piece of art for each attachment to serve as the item sprite. I then added the attachments as items to the game, and now they can be added to the inventory just like any other item. Now the players need a place to mod their weapons. Enter the workbench, a versatile utility for crafting items and repairing weapons and armor. I started by creating artwork and settled on this design. I included the tools on the backboard along with a computer console, some PCB parts, and a soldering iron. Then I added the workbench to the player's base building units, and voila! Next, I added this slick UI for the modding menu. All you have to do is select the gun and it will switch to a page with all the attachments and stats. With the gun modding system complete, let's reveal my top 3 favorite guns. Just kidding, it's an ad. If you're enjoying this video, add Blood Running to your Steam wishlist. Every wishlist counts and helps the game when it launches. The Steam algorithm is mysterious, but it is agreed that a game needs at least 10,000 wishlists before launch. Now back to the guns. At number 3, the Heckler H6 rifle, a powerhouse with full auto and single firing modes. Perfect for slaughtering innocent mutant deer. Number 2, the Cyber-E6 rifle, a late game player weapon that shreds absolutely everything in its path. And for the grand finale, number 1, the Fletcher 14 SMG. This baby sounds incredible and I had a ton of fun designing the sounds for it. If you enjoyed watching this devlog, check out this video right here to see how I added procedural levels to my game.